The pronunciation is different as well, no? Or is it the same pronunciation?
Only works when you can see the word.
Oh, okay.
It's like bear and bear.
Oh, Skewmond. Vladdy might have, he's dead.
Vladdy is not dead.
Oh.
Is dead. Is not. Is dead. First blood. First blood. Sorry, you're laning against Caps, bro. You're going to need a hall pass.
Yeah, you're not laning against Caps. You're laning against Caps and Skewmond. He does 3 camps. He's going to gank you. He takes quite a bit of damage. He does have the refillable potion, though, so he should be able to heal up.
But also, Earthbound Axe versus a Sheen purchase. Full Sheen, too. Still has the AD.
Rasser gets mid, but a bit of an awkward gank. Can't even call it that. Just wanted to say hello. Skewmond isn't on vision, but Saburo should be fine.
Saburo, all in. Hunt back. Realm Warp on the way up. Skewmond recognizing, I don't know if they can do anything to turn this. Broken Blade has been caught out and knocked down. Baited into a false sense of security by Skewmond being there.
Yeah, really nice use of the Realm Warp from Vladdy. Razork moving towards mid. Broken Blade doesn't expect or respect the potential for that gank, but Razork needs to be careful here. G2 are going to be able to pick up at least 1 drop, maybe even 2. Looks like they're going to pick up both, with Skewmond holding the smite for the
will
second.
They make it out?
Oh, maybe they can't.
Nice wall to stop Vladdy from moving in with the point and click CC. Root still connects. Eggs Assault about to fade away, and Skewmond's going to be in trouble. One more hyper stack. The overload from Vladdy. Gonna grab the kill and even up the gold in the mid lane. 2 kills now. Fnatic. Really excellent recovery in this game. Razork having a hell of a performance thus far.
Yeah, really 2 good punishes back-to-back from Fnatic. Having a really good game against BB, with BB having the counter pick, picking the TF into the Gnar. The fact that he can be a carry for Fnatic and Razork can play towards him, and that's a winning game plan for Fnatic, it opens up so many more possibilities for them, and it puts a lot of weight off of Upset's shoulders when he's always needed to be the one-man army.
Yep, very true, although he has to be careful now if Caps does spot him out. Quick stun onto Razork, a decent chunk of damage, but the clone nicely pays to body block a lot of that damage, but Razork has now gone a little bit too far, he gets burned out! Not enough respect paid to the wall, needed to back up sooner, thought there might have been a re-engage angle.
With no Cyclone on Razork, he's too vulnerable. Caps looking over the wall, though.
Ooh, and his flash just now came up. Tiny, tiny window for G2 to capitalize on there. Well-timed summoner cool spell cooldowns.
I do think the 5v5 is pretty difficult for Fnatic. It's so easy.
If Fnatic was up against any other team in an even state right now, I'd be like, this is a very winnable game. It's very close. But I just get nervous the later we go into a G2 game.
Yeah, they're contesting on mid now, though. Oh, Realm Warp.
They're warping the realms, but Caps is already ready with the wall. Vladdy the only one to go, and immediately they're going to try to re-engage. Caps trying to make a ball. Razork so quick to pull the trigger. 2 quick spins. I shouldn't have doubted him. Fnatic out for blood. The Herald charge perfectly timed now for the follow-up. A double kill for Upset. Fnatic playing like demons.
And Fnatic, they break the game open. They take the mid tower. They take down Caps and Skewmond despite them trying to flash out. And they'll cement themselves a 2,000 gold lead as it all starts off with a Realm Warp to the side. Vladdy recognizes that Caps is a bit too far up, already used the stun. Caps tries to flash away, but he's already taken so much damage. Goes immediately into the egg. And then with the Rift Herald, Fnatic knows that they can continue going and take down Skewmond as well. Despite the fact that BB tries to Destiny in.
Bloody nice. You're a hell of a legend, by the way.
That's true.
So it's like...
So really, it's a time-honored tradition for the Hall of Legends. Sobro,
I don't think you win this 1v1 anymore, my guy. The period of poke with the boomerang is coming to a close. That man has actual items. Trying to get angry as fast as he can, but he's no. Oh no.
Upset is here.
Oh no. That guy's mid laner's Hall of Legends, by the way. All right. Ulti coming down, that's the Grand Starfall follow-up play is here. Fnatic thought they had the angle, G2 firing back, Upset able to escape. Comet Spear, almost taking down Upset. Phone from Razork waiting over the wall as he's desperate to finish off this red buff. LeBron moving in with the Ultra Mega Fire Kick, but really it's on Razork and Subaru if the Mega Gnar is there. If he's able to go Mega.
That Oro stacked up the Mega Gnar on the jungle camps now, so he's in prime position.
And he's
TP behind.
Realm Warp in. That's an angry Gnar. Looking for revenge. Skewmond forced back. Zobro on the flank. Nice stun from Caps to deny the initial engage. Another follow-up piece of CC to stop the Gnar from getting in. Zobro trying to take over. Fnatic using the threat of the Gnar to force all of G2 back and pick up kills in the meantime.
And this is clean from Fnatic. They just recognize how they're stronger if they can get the initial engage with Sober on the flank. That's 2 kills, and that's going to be Nash. All Broken Blade can get is this tier 2 and bot. Maybe they can get the Dragon as well. Now the question is, Fnatic, that was clean. But with the fact...
3 items, actualizer completed for Vladdy. 3 items for Upset as well, who was really far behind at the earlier points of the game. Sobro has to be careful not to step too far up, but G2 just trying to posture and threaten, hoping to zone Fnatic away. No cannon there to help keep the push going. But 30 seconds left on the Baron means one more wave. G2 know it, so they use the culling to force Fnatic back. As long as they kill this cannon minion, they can likely keep that tier 2 standing, but Hansama already chunked. Ulti out onto Vladdy. Do they have enough damage to lock him down? It looks like the answer is yes. Grand Starfall coming in. Vladdy taken out of the equation. Shut down going to Skewmon. Now Sobro on the chase. Fnatic feel like they have to go in for more. Upset. Arcane shift over the wall. Wants to keep the fight going. Eyes on Sobro. Can the Gnar make the difference? No! G2 outspacing. Outmaneuvering in the fight. The Mega Gnar getting absolutely nothing done. Finally knocks 2 back, but Upset is now in trouble as Hansama continues to march in. Mystic shots landing. Upset versus the world, but he's not enough in the face of G2. All 5 members survive.
G2, how do they keep getting away with it? This Nash play was so clean by Fnatic, but they get caught and they want to try to go for the redemption kills, and it's a full disaster for them. The 5,000 gold lead that Fnatic had labored for, they had worked for, disappeared in one moment. That's all it took was this pick. Like, Vladdy's so close to being able to hit the plant before Skewmon lands, but he doesn't get it. And then Razork, I get the intention. You want to go in, you want to make the fight happen, but they don't have the follow-up. They don't have the Gnar on the flank like they had last time. Saburo can't do the magic that he did. And even though Upset does so much damage, with the fact that Mikhails has already been burned, he's not able to finish any target. Caps goes into the egg. Hansama lives on 100 HP, and then Upset gets stunned into stunned again. And despite the fact that he arcane shifts forward, even if he arcane
No flash, we can kite this, he's grifting. I'm having Hex something on Ezreal. Ezreal, I reach. Okay, come on.
I mean, incredibly well called. Like, it was just sunk cost. A little bit of movement speed. Razork has to be really careful here.
Yeah,
Kick is there, but only hits the clone.
Nash is the next objective. Both teams have incredibly high Nash damage. G2 currently holding on to position, but ignoring the mid wave. I do wonder if Fnatic could just Realm Warp onto Broken Blade. He has no flash, but they want to Realm Warp with mid instead.
Realm Warp in, Hansama sliding, gliding, trying to get a little bit more done. Spin coming through on a Skewmon. That's going to be the jungler, deleted right as the fight kicks off, but he has the GA, and now it's Broken Blade on the flank. Instantaneous lock up onto Vladdy, blocked by the Mikhails, and now it's Skewmon in trouble.
Vladdy!
Flash forward for Vladdy! Vladdy! In the face of destruction, finds the angle, and it's Upset to follow through. No one would flash forward there, but just barely manages to make it work. But instead, it's the damage of the Twisted Fate, evening things up, finding the kill, and now it's Sobro versus Caps. Laspa there to empower him. The Mini-Gnar believing he has what it takes, but the stuns are there for Caps. It's so damn close.
Oh, Saburo not able to catch Caps. He didn't get the double jump on the minions. I thought he would be able to get the bounce.
And honestly, credit to Broken Blade. The damage there was crucial. Fnatic. Small window now to capitalize on this. If they do not use the Mega Gnar, 15 seconds before they can start stacking Rage again, and G2 instantly going to set their sights on the top side of the map, trying to make it difficult.
I think this is worth for Fnatic. I think you give the Nash, you take the Soul, you have so good wave clear with the Rise with the Ezreal. I think the worst you lose is the mid tier 2 and the top tier 2. If you don't lose an inhibitor, this is incredibly worth for Fnatic. But if G2 can open up 2 inhibs, they can kind of checkmate the game going into Elder with the fact that Broken Blade has so much backdoor threat.
Yep. Broken Blade already has a pretty stacked wave there on the top side. 2 cannon minions ready to push forward, even if one is a bit chunked. 3 now. Not going to push for anything else. G2 recognizing that they've... What if we gave a champion more money for doing a thing that they already wanted to do? I like it. Realm Warp in though, kicking the fight off. Excellent blast cone to try and split the fight, but now it's Caps who's isolated. Rocket Belt back, looking for the stun. Vladdy, quick flash over! And now it's going to be Caps falling. The Baron play stymied. Broken Blade teleporting forward in the bottom lane, trying to keep the push up because Fnatic recognized the weakness in G2, breaking open their base, setting their eyes on the inhibitor line, and perhaps pushing for even more.
Saburo basing here to defend the bot side. Broken Blade did as well. It's only going to be the mid inhibitor, but that's the Nash play completely stymied here. It's not going to be... It's going to be a negative Nash play, in fact, for G2. And then you have kind of a stalemate situation going. Or we just fight a mid lane.
walking in, slow coming forward from Lost, but did flash for that. Gold card now there for G2 as they try to burn through Lost, but just barely living. Sober hopes to flash over the wall. Broken Blade off on the side, can do big damage, but Fnatic, I think you lost out on this one. It's time to retreat. Nope, it's time to go back in for round 2. All in onto Broken Blade. Razork starting to spin. Skewmon with the Aegis Assault living for a damn long time, just barely surviving. Still has the GA. Fnatic has to be careful not to overcommit. Broken Blade waiting over the wall. Knocked back in. Upset. Takes the opportunity to dive forward. Ulti across the back line. True Shot Barrage hitting like a truck. Upset continuing to march in, as is Razork. G2 on the ropes, but peeling back as best they can. Upset taking down Hansama.
Fnatic, I think they've done it. They've taken down 2 members. They're 5 versus 3. Caps is still up and available. The wave is super low. If Caps can get to base, he can clear this.
They can't let Caps back into his fountain. Fnatic poised to end the game. Fnatic poised to take game 1 against G2. The old rivalry's paying off. Grabs winning out in game 1. Caps nowhere to go. Fnatic taking game 1 with confidence. It was back and forth, but in the end, they find the victory.
And this was clean from Fnatic. They had a few mishaps, a few oopsies, but overall, watching this, it didn't feel like G2 was just off. It felt like Fnatic was on. They were locked in, they were engaging well, playing well, finding the windows that they needed, and a great game as we have a little interview here with Saburo.
Yeah, I am standing here sidelines with Saburo. Congratulations on the win. First game, had a big impact as an R. I wanted to call out something you said in game. You talked a little bit about Caps and obviously getting inducted to the Hall of Legends. Would you remind me something along the lines of what you said?
I mean, yeah, and we don't have pressure and we just play on ourselves, yeah.
Okay, you're humble. Obviously, I'm calling you out here, but it's okay. Running into Broken Blade in the Twisted Fate, is it something you expected here? Did you have any fear running in Nah? Like, obviously, he built up a big gold lead, but how did you feel?
I think Broken Blade is really good top laner on EU, but maybe this game I play on early game is kind of good, better than him. Yeah, but he played well on mid game and late game. Yeah, so.
Okay, humble. Congratulations on the win. Game 1 for Fnatic is this time, I'm coming over to you guys. Okay? I got it right this time.
Come on then. Over you come.
It's a long way over.
It is a long way for you to travel.
Getting the steps in.
It's been a long journey for Fnatic to find the win over G2
Oh, it has.
as well. What
a
crazy game it was.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, welcome back, Jake.
Thank you so much.
I will say, last time these two teams met in the regular season, Fnatic did 2-1 G2 back in spring.
Yes, they did.
So there is precedent.
Yep.
However, this game did not seem as confident as the end result implied for Fnatic, Phil.
I would almost disagree. I mean, honestly, maybe it's because of our expectations leading into the game.
Sure.
But I'm very impressed with Fnatic.
I'm impressed with them.
Yeah.
But they did also throw 5,000 gold in about 30 seconds.
That was one fight. Okay.
Yes.
If we exclude the moment where they went from 5k gold lead to 0, it was
everything else was good.
One fight, guys.
Everything
we just
else was good.
entered like 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
But explain to me why that one fight doesn't a picture of the game make.
So that fight to me is just Vladdy getting caught and then all of them committing to it. This fight on mid, it's really all over the place. But I just want to praise Fnatic. Just this pick onto Caps, he's reading his flash, going way too far up. Realizing now that he has to flash anyway, it's a little bit too late. It's stuck there in the egg. I think Fnatic was so decisive this game. They were using their semi-globals well, they're using the Rise ult, and I think they were playing around the side threat super well. When I see G2 drop this comp, the TF, the Pantheon, I'm expecting a G2 side lane masterclass.
Sure.
I did not see that. And I want to give Fnatic their credit, the fact how they were pairing the engages on the side waves by G2, and everyone just played together so well. I think Vladdy especially had a fantastic game.
Vladdy had a good game. Razork had a good game. I mean, you talk about initiative. Razork took initiative in that game. And I think he can be a little bit dizzy. Like through this split we've seen, and many splits, where Razork can be in, the rest of Fnatic are out. They're all in all the time. And I mean, utilizing, you know, this Twisted Fate ult as well.
I think this is a good example of Razork being in and the rest of the team
a little bit too deep in,
maybe.
I mean, it's this fight, Razork, I think Draco said it, it's sunk cost fallacy. Like his middle is getting engaged on and he just wants to salvage the play no matter how he can. But yeah, this play by Razork, and this is something we expect sometimes. It's a messy game. We're in Europe in the end of the day. We're playing in Europe, and it's messy games. But Fnatic still bounced back from this. They still set up the next dragon. They still held their position.
I think that is where we have to give credit to Fnatic.
Yeah.
Because so often we see, and we have seen Fnatic and teams do this into G2, which is they get a lead, G2 gets
I thought
that
the game
one
was over.
fight
I thought
and
the
then
game was
just
over.
wins the game,
Yeah.
right? And so Fnatic fought incredibly well, and a lot of it off the back of, as we've already said, Razork, but Vladdy, who has stepped up tremendously from where he was in his first week of Summer Split. I mean, like most people were looking at him as perhaps the worst player in the league from how poorly he was playing originally.
That's very fair based on how he's been recently, but he has been stepping up. Probably a bone to pick because he's had so much criticism, and time on KC obviously held a bit of a grudge there. Fnatic was in turmoil, and the fact that Vladdy's the one that comes out the strongest, I would say right now, is really saying something for the mid laner who was, at one point, one of the best in the league.
I mean, Vladdy to me was the difference maker in the game-winning fight.
Yeah.
I kind of want to show you guys the fight because Vladdy did an immaculate thing that fight. Like, everything just kind of culminates at one moment. And there's engages here, engages there. Vladdy, his calmness this game. His calmness, his patience. Look at this fight. It all kind of starts with G2 is the one starting the fight. I mean, Razork is actually the one starting the fight. They're going in here, and it looks like a botched engage. It looks like completely botched engage. They're realm warping in here. Vlad is still here. He's not taking it. And they want to go on Hansama because he's so far up. He's so deep up here.
Yep.
And he kind of disengaged Razork, but just look at Vladdy right now. Right now, he's going to hit his E on all these members, pop his actualizer, and just blow them up. That was partly due to the rock, partly due to the upset, but the fact that his actualizer free item spike was just immaculate, and his patience to see all of them just sending it, allowing Razork to kite back and then turning it at that moment. I think that's just respect.
I love you call patience, I call it psychotic play. Like flashing in there and pressing your button, they can go horribly wrong. You get stunned and you probably lose the fight because you don't get the damage down. So yeah, props to Vladdy. Obviously damage numbers aren't going to sell his story, but yeah, you're right, Finn. That play on Rise.
Yeah, just a really nice round from Fnatic. And I will say, Fnatic now, they've turned a new leaf.
Apparently.
It's an entirely different story, right? Yesterday they beat SK, cool. Like, well done. Was it 2 days ago? Was it yesterday?
No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday,
right?
It was yesterday, beat SK. Now, after Caps has been announced in the Hall of Legends, Fnatic have a 100% win rate.
Really?
The only team in the world to have a 100% win rate after Caps has been announced in the Hall of Legends. So, it's just generally, it's very impressive from them all round.
And it kind of goes to show that we always, no matter the state of the teams, we always get a banger when G2 and Fnatic are playing.
Now. Yeah.
Whenever G2 and Fnatic are playing, for some reason the universe aligns, the sparks are flying, and we just have to be promised a banger. I thought G2 was going to come in today and completely steamroll Fnatic. That was my expectations. And Fnatic just absolutely stepped up and showed that they still are here to fight.
That they are. Now that we've said all of this about Fnatic playing well, they're going to get 2-0 the next two games. Because we praise Caps, and then he loses. Now we praise Fnatic, so they're going to lose. We'll be going to a short break, but we'll be back in a couple of moments' time with the second game of this series.
I'm also playing against the Hall of Legends mid laner, even if he's on mid lane, it's a lot of pressure.
I'm laning against the Hall of Legends mid laner.
Yeah, but he will roam bot probably.
But also, if you guys are like throwing me, I might put a wall behind you, so easy.
Actually.
For 10-year anniversary, he's gonna control you guys. That's what he was gonna do.
Go here, kill the
Any better? T-foot?
Yeah.
Guys, TF is dead. TF is dead.
Go deep,
Please look.
They're on speed, guys.
Yeah, slowly, we can win.
I'm going to flash. Maybe I'm dead, can you?
No, you're not dead. We end.